Dun dun dun! Today we are going to talk about, is the housing market going to crash? Oh my goodness! So hang in there. I'm going to give you 5 tips to keep your real estate investments safe no matter what. Of course, Jean-Pierre is with me, even though he's resting. So hang in there with us today. I promise this will help you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so I can help other people as well, and to hit the bell icon. And this is Ryan with Ryan's Gay Chicago. Bonjour. My first tip for you today is to keep a cash cushion. Very important. So no matter what expenses might come, or no matter what the market does, you need to have some money saved up for a rainy day. It's the old emergency cash fund, whatever you want to call it. You might have a medical emergency, you might have some pipes break, you might have emergency with family or with your pets, but that's really important. So no matter what the market does, you always just want to have a little extra cash to help yourself out. Keep that cash cushion. Another way that you can protect yourself is don't forget that no matter what your budget is, you want to try to spend below that. So what I mean by that is, if you're a buyer and you want to buy, but you're still a little bit worried about what's going to happen in the market, again, if you could have up to $250,000 you can spend, don't spend that much on a house. Save. I cannot emphasize that enough. So you're always going to have a little bit of comfort zone, just no matter what happens. Very, very important. Keep below your budget. My next set of advice to keep your real estate investments safe is to remind yourself real estate, like many things in life, is a long-term investment. This is not something that you get into just because, hey, I'm bored, I wanted to buy a house, but then I'm going to sell it next year and I'm just going to keep flipping and flopping and selling all these different properties and doing, who knows what. We never really exactly know what's going to happen in the market. So you have to have a long-term mentality. It's very, very, very important. That will keep you safe, because ultimately the market's going to go up and down. And look at this past year, people thought that for sure we were going to, with the pandemic and everything, that the housing market would really suffer. And it's been the hottest it's ever been in a long time. So you just never know. So you've got to think long term and realize that this is a place for you to live and not something you're using to gamble on, if that makes sense. Even your investment properties, you want to think long term. Another strategy to protect your real estate investments is to, let's say you're a seller and you're like, oh, Ryan, I really want to get rid of this house or this condo, because I bought another house for myself to live in, or another place, or I relocated, or whatever the reason might be. But I don't know. I'm having trouble selling it. It's not working. Or maybe you're thinking the future, like, well, what if I want to sell and then I won't be able to because the market will go down. Always give yourself the option to rent. I mean, it's not necessarily ideal. I know not everybody wants to become a landlord, but do keep that in mind. So a lot of my investors, they own condos that are in buildings that allow rentals, right? So that's something that anybody could get into, as well as a single family home. Now, you do have to look at the regulations. Not everywhere allows rentals, but that's another strategy that you can say, hey, just in case something happens and the market's not quite where I want it to be, or if it were to go down, people will always need housing. So you could rent your property. So just keep that in mind as well. And lastly, my number 1 tip for you to protect your real estate investments, no matter what the market does, is stay calm. Don't panic and think positively. So, when other people are thinking, sort of like with the stock market, right? Oh my goodness, it went down today, so I better sell, or with the last housing crisis, oh, I'm never going to do anything with real estate again. That was so traumatic. You want to stay calm, keep that long-term perspective. Don't panic. If you're going to panic and you're going to be overly negative, you're probably gonna do something that you shouldn't do. Maybe sell more quickly than you should, or make another rash decision that's not in your best interest. So just remember, stay positive, calm. You've got your strategy. No matter what the market does, you are going to do well. Okay, tout le monde, merci. Thanks for joining us today. I hope these tips will encourage you to, to not panic and to just keep that long-term, those long-term goals for your real estate investments in mind. Jean-Pierre here has been enjoying his little sleepy Sunday on my lap. And don't forget, if you like the video, like, share, subscribe, click the bell icon so you'll get alerts with my new videos. I'm working on others. I'm so excited to be doing this. And I really, really appreciate all of you and your support. And I want to just keep getting more info out there to help people and just really, make an impact, make the world a better place. So for now, Jean-Pierre and I are saying au revoir.